Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have the highly anticipated, heavily replicated sketchbook tour. So let's get into the video. I just want to say the setup for this is so ghetto, and I'm just hoping and praying she don't fall down while I'm doing this. But here's my sketchbook. It was actually a second-hand sketchbook that my younger sister gifted to me. It has 80 pages, I don't know if you can see that, and I'm halfway through it, meaning I got about, I want to say, actually I might be like a little more than half, but I'm gonna just say it's half for the video. Alright, so the way I usually do my sketchbooks are, I kind of flip, so I'm always drawing on this side. So a lot of my drawings you'll see are on this side, so that's just a note. So I started off pretty chill. I just wanted to work on my color pencil drawings. So that is what this one is right here. And I was going to do more, but I just left this like by itself. This next page was actually a collab I did with my sister. And she has a page in one of her sketchbooks like this as well. And we pretty much just like traded back and forth like every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. And that's basically what this is. Here I was like, I have to get more creative with this sketchbook, so I just like added a bunch of stuff. Honestly, my sketchbooks tend to be pretty boring, so I was like, this one's going to be different. Newsflash, it's really not. This was actually a portrait I did of Peter Parker. What is the first actor that plays Peter Parker? It's supposed to be him. I was going a bit more stylized with the approach and how I drew him. I really like the way this sketch turned out though, even though I don't think it really looks like, what is his name? Tobey Maguire. I don't think it looks a lot like him, but that's who it's supposed to be. And then we'll start this side. This was actually a TikToker. I can't remember her name, but oh my god, I just ripped it. Oh my goodness. This was actually a TikToker. We'll just hold that down. And she always cosplays Gato, so I drew her, and I really like this sketch. I think it's one of my favorite ones in this actual book. And this was just another sketch that I did. I was practicing my color pencils, which as you can see, I definitely need more practice. I like the sketch better, but I didn't want to leave it just a plain sketch, so I was like, I'm gonna color this. I love this page. So this is just like a bunch of food that I did. This was in my little sister style, and I was like, this was really nice. I really enjoyed doing that. So then all these other ones, I was like, okay, I'm going to try to stylize them in my own way. So that's pretty much what this page is. And then this was just another quick sketch. This was supposed to be Jake Gyllenhaal, surprisingly, but it does not look anything like him. Yeah, my traditional likeness, it's, you know, come and go. This was a quick sketch I did of a tiger. I actually think every one of these sketchbook pages are TikToks as well, so shameless plug. Go to my TikTok, y'all. This is a sticker that my sister made. She makes stickers, another shameless plug. Go check her out. This was a page that she did in my book. She has a couple sketchbook pages in my book. She always just taking my book and sketching in it, but this was a sketchbook. This was a sketchbook page that she did, so shout out to her. Right, so this I drew super quick. I was going for kind of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you watch that anime, this was like the inspiration for this, and I really like the way it turned out. And I've been adding like little sketches around my drawings and stuff. I think that's really cute. And this was just like a super quick sketch of like a person. It was the first of the month. It was apparently February 1st. This was when I started the 100 heads challenge, actually. And as you can see here, I started the 100 heads challenge traditionally because I just wanted to do it traditionally. That was my goal because I did it last time in a traditional style, but once I got through like, I want to say 10 heads, I was like, I don't really want to do this traditionally anymore. So I decided that like I'm going to do it digitally. So that's just basically what these first like 10 heads are. This was 3, 4, this was 5, this was 6. This is actually, comment down below who you think this is. I feel like the headband, the bandana, I feel like gives it away. Hopefully you can see that. And then these were also like super quick that I did as well. I really like the way this one turned out, even though it was like extremely quick. I think I did this one in like 10 minutes, but I really do like the way it turned out. And this was number 6. And then this is when my sketchbook, I feel like I really kind of decided that this is going to be like a sketchbook. Like all my ideas are going in here first before they get finalized. This was like the start of that. So I'm guessing that these are like all little TikTok sketches that I wanted to do. I don't think I even did them, but that was the overall goal of this page. Oh my gosh, here I was trying to try out gouache for the first time, and I quickly learned that because it is watercolor, it is pretty much water based, it's going to smudge and it's going to come up. So for a first attempt, it's not bad. Actually, this might be my second attempt. I don't think it's bad. It's not bad. It's not terrible, honestly. This haunts me. This haunts me because I still have not finished the piece for this. There was a Miku beam trend going around like, I want to say 2 months ago, and I was like, I'm going to be a part of this Miku beam trend. I sketched it out, I did the line art, and I did the base colors, and I have not gone back. Honestly, I need to finish that. This, I think, was like an art block cure. Truthfully, I did not know what I wanted to draw here, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna draw a peach, I'm gonna draw a Torchic, and I'm gonna draw Peachick. And that's pretty much what it is. And honestly, it's a cute idea. Looking back on it, I might revisit this. I might revisit that. That's a very cute idea, I think, to do like animal food hybrids with Pokemon. This is probably one of my favorite sketch pages. It's really cohesive. I just used 3 markers, I want to say, a black one, a gray one, and then a pink one, and I kind of just layered them over top of each other. It's one of my favorite pages in this book. I really like it. Oh my god, another idea in the freaking another idea in the graveyard. This was going to be so cute. I had this original character and I sketched it out 3 times. This was a Chobit. Shout out to Chobits. This was a robot, and this was a tiger. The final design was going to be this robot right here. You see, I really liked it. I thought it was super cute, and I never actually did it. I might revisit this later actually as well. And I wasn't going to sketch these out. I wasn't going to, but like I said earlier, I had decided like sketchbooks are for sketching. They're for ideas. So I'm going to use it. If it's ugly, it's ugly. Whatever. This is actually funny because this is a full-blown idea in my brain. These are the Scalar Scouts. All 5 of these are the Scalar Scouts. What am I saying? All 5 of these are the Sailor Scouts. Okay, that's what they're supposed to be. And that's all I'm gonna say. Oh, so there's this guy on Instagram named Bryce Codraws. His art is so good. And he did this like little warm-up. And I was like, oh my god, I'm going to do that warm-up. So you just put down blotches of color and then create something out of those blotches. So this is a koi fish. This is a, what is that? Lily pad? A penguin. This was like some guy with like some forced perspective. I don't know if you can see that. I just thought it looked really cool. And he has like his head's like right here. And his arms go out here with this little thing. It's the same thing as his head. And then his body's like down here. And then here's like a runaway princess. Honestly, this is not even from this book. This is from a different sketchbook. Actually, no, I think it's a journal. But I took the page out of it because I really liked it. It's just Maki. What's her name? The main character of Soul Eater. I can't remember her name, but this is her right here when she gets infected with the same stuff that Krona gets infected with, and I just thought it was super cool. I might revisit this actually. This was a super quick 20-minute sketch. I think this was also art block. Truthfully, also might be art block, but I kind of want to revisit this as well. I like the 0s and 1s right here. I don't know what that says. Hopefully I didn't write nothing crazy in computer speech. This was more food art. I really like the way this orange turned out. It's supposed to be an orange or a tangerine, one of them. I really liked it. I like the blue and the orange together. Super cute. So this is when I started to get, I think, more free with my art, if that makes sense. Like, I used to be like super slow, and I'm not saying I'm the fastest artist ever, but when I had drew these like just married like brides and stuff like that, I think is when I had truly, or when I'm starting to become like more free with my art and just a better artist in general, when I realized that like not only can stuff be replaced, but it can be, or not replaced, it can be erased, but it can also be drawn again, if that makes sense. So I really like all these like just married brides. I think they're really cool. This was also a bigger project that I have not finished, and I'm sad I didn't finish it because I had a lot of like hopes and dreams for it, and basically I might still finish it, like I can still do it, but basically what it was like a little mini animation, and I was going to have like all these little outfits, and I was going to be choosing my avatar and choosing the outfit. And if you can see and look at this sticky note, you probably can't read it, but I'll put the sticky note on screen, but it just basically had my entire idea written down, and I created the faces for it and the bodies with the different hairstyles for it, and I just never actually like finished the idea. I really like the sketch though. I like the sketch a lot. Like, I really like the sketch of this one. And I think we're almost at the end of like the halfway point of the sketchbook, which is crazy because like I said, there's not even that many pages left in here, but I'm pretty much halfway done. So these were not my style. Again, I was replicating someone else's style. I can't remember their name, but I'll try to put it on the screen as well. But I really like the way that they draw their faces and the way that they sketch with the hatching. So I wanted to do that, and I kind of just did both of these, and I kind of just did this one as my own little style. But this one was good. I like this one. This was the first one I did, but this second one, this blue one, was honestly so beautiful. Like, this is probably one of my favorite sketches, and honestly, truly, if you look at the first sketch in the book in comparison to this most recent one, that's actual growth. Like, that's literally growth. And as an artist, it's rare when you see growth, but I mean, like, that's insane. I feel like, because this is like lacking a lot. This though, this is like everything that I lack. This is the entire Converse idea overlays, just all of it like sketched out. This was some crazy art pencils that I found. They were like super cheap. I'm doing a cheap art supplies video, and these are going to be in there, but this was just me practicing with them. And this was the first hand that I did, and was this the first hand that I did? I think it was. This was the first one I did, and I really like the way it turned out. I'm surprised I was able to get like this effect. I didn't think I would be able to do it, honestly. Like, there was a point where I was like, oh my god, this is not promising. But it actually ended up turning out really, really well, so I'm very happy with that. And then these were just some fruits that I did. The strawberry looked cute at first, and then the crayons are really waxy, so it was hard for me to blend in. It was hard for me to blend anything, actually. So this is the final hand that I did, and it also goes with the crazy art page. So this one's a little bit murkier. It's a little bit she's a little less than, you know what I mean? Like, this one's not as good. It's not as good, you know what I mean? But that's okay. That's totally fine. I was learning, and I was just using these crayons for the first time, so I think I'm like okay with the fact that this one didn't turn out as well, because this one turned out so well. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Like, I don't really care. And then the last page thus far, I think, yeah, the last page thus far is just another one of my little sister's sketches. Like I said, she's always in my book. She always wants to draw something, write something down, and I don't really care. Like, it doesn't really matter as long as she doesn't do it on the back of something else, but she did it anyway. She did it. She don't ever listen to me, as you can tell. But yeah, basically this is just her drawing me, which honestly, it looks a lot like her. You probably won't see her face yet, but when you see her face, I'll go back to this video. I don't know who will, maybe one person will. This is supposed to be me, but it looks a lot like her. And I know we're sisters, but this looks way more like her than it does me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to say I almost forgot to do the outro,
but I didn't. I'm
here right now. So now that we're at the end of the video, I just want to thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I think we hit like 370 subscribers, so I'm actually very happy about that. If you have any suggestions, put them down below. I really appreciate it, and just let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what it's like for y'all watching as viewers. All right, so that's all. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.